Our first guest tonight is a legend. She is a two-time Oscar winner and a frequently arrested champion of human rights. Please say hello to the one and only Jane Fonda. What?
I've got big news.
What happened?
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala.
That's true, right? That really happened. I think you look great.
Oh,
I think you
so
look
do you.
unbelievable.
Thank you. 87.
87. Wow.
You know, I mean, anybody can be young. Only the lucky get to be old.
That's true. That is very true.
Yes.
And I know that going into tonight's debate, you were a big Donald Trump supporter. Did Kamala do anything to change your mind tonight?
I think she probably changed a number of minds.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think she did really well in the debate. There's no question. Right?
You believe that
But
there's a significant number of Americans who really went into tonight's debate not knowing which one they would vote for.
can you believe that?
I don't. I really don't. Like, I was watching
it.
CNN and they said, oh, we've got a panel. We found many Americans. Like, no, you didn't. You found 6 people who haven't decided yet.
No, I guess, you know, from what I read, there are people who hadn't made up their minds because they didn't know enough about her. And I think tonight we saw someone that has empathy, who cares about ordinary Americans, who talks about kitchen sink issues.
Well,
You know,
what?
I think she did well.
Fair. That's very fair. But what about the pets that are being eaten in Springfield, Ohio?
Oh.
What's she going to do about that?
I understand that totally. It's why Trump hired Bobby Kennedy. He eats dead wild animals.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it's him.
Yes, of course.
Maybe RFK has been eating the
all
pets in the
about him
neighborhood.
Going around to a lot of those wonderful states like Iowa and eating people's animals and blaming it on immigrants.
I love this conspiracy
Yes,
theory.
Totally.
If you were a Republican, this would be all over Fox News right now. Have you met the vice president?
Yes, we both spoke at the AFL-CIO a couple of years ago, and I met her, and I liked her very much.
Have you met Donald Trump?
I have. Mm-hmm. I was married to Ted Turner, and he was married to Marla Maples, right?
Marla Maples, yeah.
And he owned the Plaza Hotel at that time, and I was doing something, an interview or something, and he came and talked to me. He promised he'd do something for an organization in Georgia that I started, because he wanted to build a Trump hotel in Atlanta. And I said, well, if you come there, would you help me with this organization that helps teenagers? And he promised he would.
And?
Nothing.
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 Yeah.
You know what I didn't like about the debate is that it took an hour and a half to ask a question about climate.
That is, I know, your primary concern, and a very valid concern.
It should be all of our primary concerns. We are facing an historic catastrophe.
You know, I have to tell you, the thing that I think really puzzled me the most is that this is not something that's going, I mean, of course, disproportionately, it will affect people who don't have money, but this is going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
This is not something that anyone can dodge.
Yeah.
And this is something that rich people, their grandkids, don't they care about that? That this is something that we all should be focused on as a group.
And here is the problem. So many elected officials, Democrats as well as Republicans, take money from the fossil fuel industry, and now it's going to be the nuclear industry, and so they won't vote for the kind of policy and legislation that science says we have to have quickly. And while I don't, you know, look, here's what I want to say to all of you. When we vote for a president, we're not marrying them. We're not even making out with them. We're not dating them. They're not perfect. Everybody's got issues, including presidential candidates. Here's the thing. We cannot afford to lose 4 more years to the climate crisis. We have one ticket. The orange man represents Drill Baby Drill. And And it's really serious, guys. It's not rhetoric. It's true. It's happening.
What is the name of your PAC?
The Jane Fonda Climate PAC. You can support us, janepac.com.
All right, janepac.com.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
What we do is, well, I just want to finish what I want to say.
Go ahead.
When you vote, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, vote with climate in your heart. Vote for the candidate that will help create a livable future for your children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. Because the other guy's going to burn us down.
Jane Fonda is with us. We'll be right back with more. We're back with the great Jane Fonda. George Conway is on the way. Jane, you've been in a situation that I find myself in now, and I wanted to ask you about that because I keep reading that Donald Trump has this plan, if he becomes president again, that he is going to punish his critics, his enemies,
lock them up,
as he calls it. And I keep reading
You're
my name.
You're gonna go.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go.
And I think we might go.
Maybe we'll be in the same cell.
Well, that would be fun. I would do that.
Except that he's not going to get elected, so we don't have to worry.
Well, you know what? I think we do have to worry a little bit because President Nixon actually had you arrested, right? For nothing.
Arrested? He broke into well, he didn't, but broke into my house, broke into my bank accounts, taped my phone, opened my mail. He was really something. But Trump is much more dangerous.
Do you think so? Interesting.
Yeah.
Even though this man, I mean, what they arrested you, they said they took some vitamins you had when you were traveling and they claimed they were drugs or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that terrifying for you?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't get scared by things like that.
Is that true? Never. You don't get things like that. There aren't things like that. That never happens in America. I mean, other than to you with President Nixon, right?
Yeah, but you know, all of us have probably seen documentaries about really brave people, you know, and they're standing up to dogs and hoses and things, and you say, you wonder, could I be that brave under those circumstances? Have any of you ever done? Yeah. Well, this is our documentary moment, guys.
Yeah.
We have to be brave now so that one day we'll be the ancestors, and we want the young ones to look back and say, we almost lost it, and they fought. Our grandmothers and great-grandmothers and grandpas, they fought for us, and they won. And now we have a planet that we can live on. That's what we have to do, guys.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we have to do.
And yes, I don't disagree with any of that, but I am afraid of dogs and hoses. I don't want to go to jail. I certainly
don't either.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd rather, you know, I am way older than you. And when you get to be my age, you think a lot about dying. And you think about how you want to feel. You know, you see yourself on your deathbed and you want to have people around you who love you, which means you have to earn love during the time that you're alive. I'm working on that. And I know that at the end, I want to feel that I've made a difference and that my kids know that I fought for them.
Yeah.
And so if I had to choose between that and going to jail, I'd go to jail in order to have them know that I did right for them at the end.
You know what? That's great.
But also, I have to say, if you're famous and white, they treat you differently in jail.
Oh, good.
I can't pretend that it's the same for everybody.
Okay, so that's good news for me. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be okay. Guillermo, you're going to have some problems.
I'm going to be
whoever.
Yeah, okay. But don't worry, I'll keep you very close by my side.
Thank you.
He told me he's coming with me if I go to jail.
Yay, Guillermo.
It's wonderful to have you here.
Yeah.
Hey, and I do want to say thank you for all this great stuff that you're doing. It really is a remarkable thing that you do, and that you speak so well, and you care so much, and thank you very much. Jane Fonda, everybody. Please donate to her cause. Jane Fonda, Jane PAC. We'll be right back with George Conway.